Here's the Canadian pair team, Jamie Salé and David Pelletier, warming up for their free skate. Just last week, they won their second straight title at Skate America. They are a team to watch going into the Olympics.
The first time I grabbed her hand, I knew it was going to be good.
I look at him, he takes my hand, and it's just like, it's like paradise. It's unbelievable.
In the 2 short years that Jamie Salé and David Pelletier have been partners, they have risen quickly through the ranks to become one of amateur skating's newest Olympic hopefuls. For balance off the ice, they turn to the martial art of Tai Chi.
Tai Chi brings us balance, brings us concentration. Everything is balance in life.
We work very well together because we are very similar, but yet we're very different. And our coach struggles at times too to kind of balance us out, but I think that that is what's eventually going to give us a lot of success.
While they're celebrities in Canada today, it was just 3 years ago that Jamie was waiting tables and David was tending bar. She was about to give up singles skating completely when her coach suggested she give David a call.
And I just got really down on myself and almost gave up. Like I was really close to quitting and wasn't sure that I was ever gonna have another chance. The minute we stepped on the ice, you know, that it was gonna work and we were gonna be okay together.
In their short tenure as teammates, they've developed a closeness that can be seen both on and off the ice.
Tall now.
Make sure you look at the camera, Katie.
Hi. These stars from the North hope that bond can push them to their ultimate goal.
The only limit that we have is the one we put in our life. We don't have any limits. And if that brings us 3rd Olympics, 2nd, 4th, 5th, that's great. I don't mind, as long as we push it to the limit.
The crowd here in Canada will no doubt be pushing this couple. Later tonight, they will be the first team on the ice in the last group. So the standings heading into the free skate, Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze in first, followed by Salé and Pelletier. In third, the world champions from Russia, Petrova and Tikhonov. Time now to send it back over to Terry Gannon and Peter Carruthers.
Zagorska and Mariusz, Siudek.
Thank you, Andrea. Stepping onto the ice now, the 5-time national champions of Poland in 5th place after the short program, Dorota Zagorska and Mariusz Siudek. The bronze medalist at the '99 World Championships, a disappointing year last year. They placed 5th at the Worlds in Nice and were inconsistent throughout the Grand Prix.
Good performance here at Skate Canada to prove once again that they can be contenders for the podium. Opening side-by-side triple toe loops. Strong start. More singles jumps, side-by-side double axels and she spills. Right back on track. Nice split triple twist lift.
If you watched the coverage last year on Lifetime at all of the Grand Prix, you may have seen the feature done on Zagorska and Siudek. They live and train in Auschwitz, site, of course, of one of the legendary concentration camps. And they talked and still do openly about how that has affected them throughout their lives and in their skating. I guess there's no way it couldn't affect you.
somersaulting up. All those changes of positions with different handholds, that's tough to do, and I think the audience really respects that, and right away up into an overhead lift. They have very strong lifting skills. Triple sow cow, very nice. They seem to be improving as the performance goes on. And that tells me that they're well conditioned and well trained. Again, more unique lifts with a somersault dismount. Spread eagle right there, holding that position, hard to do. Let's see how strong they finish off. About 15, 20 seconds left. More great lifting. One hand on her hip. They're innovative with their lifts. One of the more innovative teams with lifting in this competition. You can see why they were world bronze medalists in 1999. They're improving.
May have been a bit of a struggle last season, but that bronze medal at Worlds a couple of years ago, they became the first Polish pair ever to do that, to medal at Worlds. It's a couple that got married this past September, and new life this season. A great start for Dorota Zagorska and Mariusz Siudek.
Not only do you have to be athletic with throws and lifts, but you have to be a strong single skater also. Here, side-by-side double axles. She goes down, but she was able to put this mistake behind her for the most part for the rest of the program. Now here is the innovative lift that they do. Watch her somersault up into a press lift. But what makes it hard is the change of position and then pivoting onto one hand right there. And again, a tricky dismount. That's tough to do. You have to learn that on the floor to be proficient on the ice.
That is the best that we have seen them skate in quite some time. Now the judges' marks for technical merit, 5.3 to 5.5. Peter?
Well, one mistake really in the performance, but we'll see how these marks range out with the other skaters.
They seem a little bit low, but
yes,
you're right.
They do.
All has to do with
range.
how they place them in relation to the other skaters. Presentation marks 5.2 to 5.6 for Zagorska and Siudek of Poland.
All right, thanks, Terry. When we return, the last group of skaters will be on the ice. Welcome back to Lifetime's coverage of the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating. Make it a date every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern in December to join us on Lifetime for more great skating. Nations Cup December 1st, Cup of Russia December 8th, then from Paris, Trophée Lalique, and finally from Japan, the NHK Trophy. And tonight, from just outside of Toronto, we bring you Skate Canada. The last group of skaters is on the ice warming up, which includes the Canadian champions Jamie Salé and David Pelletier. They skated very well in the short program, and they are hoping to upset the Olympic silver medalists and the leaders here, Elena, Berezhnaya, and Anton Sikharulidze. They skated wonderfully in the short. It was the best they had skated in some time. The greatest pairs skaters appear as two halves of a whole. Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze, two-time world champions, were the latest in a long line of flawless Russian pairs. But leaving their home changed all that. Last year was a time of transition, life in the United States, the opportunity to see the world differently, try new things, and find themselves. But finding themselves meant losing each other. Last season was one uncharacteristic disaster after another, culminating in a disqualification at the Worlds for a banned substance found in a cold medicine.
That was our mistake, that we did not look at the contents of the pills that Elena took against cold, as we never thought that there could be something that is prohibited over the counter.
Last year was real disappointing, and we just, okay, we have to pass this by and go forward, do what we have to do.
Forget about all kind of problems and just look forward and just be great.
With last year firmly behind them, it is a brand new day and time for a totally new approach.
We tried something very, very new, and nobody does that yet. This program must have a lot of feelings and expression, all it's like little movie. We are actors.
Chaplin, the American comedy icon, is the inspiration for this year's free program. Legendary coach Tamara Moskvina realized that it was time for the world to see this classical pair in a different light, and more importantly, for them to learn to take themselves less seriously.
It's interesting to try to do something special, something more than you can. I feel real fun now to skating together and skating on the ice. Even more fun than usually.
It's more fun, but it's very, very hard and difficult.
But rising to a challenge may be what they do best.
I always compare like a disastrous thing that happened to us with the avalanche, let's say avalanche. When avalanche happens, it takes everything away from the mountain down, and nothing survives. But I say, look, you are still alive, you are still good skaters, we are still will be competing in the next competition.
All the bad things, I think it's done, no more.
Good, because it's a road, it's a long road, it's a difficult sports road, and everything's possible in this kind of road.
Back here in Canada, the warm-up is over. We will see how they do in just a little while. So once again, here are the standings as we enter the free skate. Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze in the lead, followed by Salé and Pelletier. Let's send it over now to Terry and Peter.
All right, Andrea, thank you. A brand new season for all of these pairs, but there is one that has already won in the Grand Prix Series this season. A big win at Skate America for Jamie Salé and David Pelletier, the reigning Canadian champions, and now they get to skate in front of a Canadian crowd. This would be a huge victory for them over the two-time world champions Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze and the reigning world champs Petrova and Tikhonov.
Triple twist lift. So far, perfect pacing. They want to be careful not to get too excited. Skating in their home country, keep their timing together. Triple sow cow. Great coverage across the ice. What we have here is outstanding choreography with very difficult pair elements that so far are just great.
Their choreographer, Lori Nickel, is from this area. Also the choreographer, of course, for Michelle Kwan. This is a team that loves to skate up here in Canada. Sometimes in front of a home crowd, you can become too aggressive, try to do things you're not capable of. But back at the Canadian Nationals, which they won, it was an incredible performance. In fact, the '84 World Pairs champion Barb Underhill said she had never seen a connection with a crowd like it before.
Just stepped right up into the double as she singled her double axel. They were looking for side-by-side doubles. To no hands out of that lift. The timing and positioning has to be just great. What I cannot believe is 4 minutes and 30 seconds just went by, and I wanted to watch another 4 minutes. Exquisite.
You and everyone else in this audience. 3 years ago, Jamie was serving coffee at Joey Tomato's restaurant in Edmonton. David was pouring draft beer at the Molson Center in Montreal. Now, they are the darlings of Canada. And everyone out of their seats here in the Hershey Center.
And their rivals, the Russians, it has been said by Coach Mosvina, who coached 3 pairs to Olympic gold, if there's any rival going into the Olympics for Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze, it's this team from Canada.
The World Championships this year, of course, right here in Canada, in Vancouver. They will be one of the favorites.
The throw, triple sow cow. Notice how close together they are. That's just what you want on a throw like this. And she lands it with confidence and authority. Now the hands are crucial here. You have to have perfect placement to have these lifts balance out. And she'll pivot into another star lift position. And again, they are really moving across the ice. They go from one end to the other. But this could be something that will come back to haunt them in their scores. It's not a deduction, but it just doesn't get the technical merit that they're looking for because she singled her axle.
We'll see how much the mistake cost them. Now, for technical merit, 5.7s and one 5.8.
It's clear right there, Terry, that there is now room for the Russians with that small error.
You know, they skated first in the short program and hurt them. The judges had to leave room, and now the error here, it may hurt them again in terms of the top pairs. Presentation marks, those are higher, Peter. 5.8s, 5.9s.
Still an outstanding program.
So Salé and Pelletier have the lead for the moment, but the teams that own the last 3 World Championships are still to come. Petrova and Tikhonov are next.
Backstage, the leaders, Salé and Pelletier, discussing their performance.
How cheeky was the last one? The toe felt all right, like the same as every day. The snap star. Yeah, they didn't notice. And I'll tell you that. It was.
I just pulled him and
At least you did it.
And there's Anton Sikharulidze. Now, we're told that there's a problem with his partner Yelena's costume. We'll try to find out more and let you know. But right now, let's send it over to Terry and Peter.
Andrea, thanks. The reigning world champions stepping onto the ice. In 3rd place, though, after the short program, Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov. They were perfect during the regular season of the Grand Prix last season until they got to the Grand Prix final where they placed 4th. Trying to have another great year. It will not be easy. Berezhnaya, Sikharulidze are back. Salé, Pelletier are even better.
They were a little slow in the short program. They want to increase their speed here. Sequence of jumps. Now watch, they'll step right up into side-by-side double toe loops.
win is always a win, and you'll take it when you can get it. But this one would be even sweeter because Petrova and Tikhonov have never beaten Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze. Remember, Berezhnaya, Sikharulidze did not skate at the World Championships last season, and Maria actually used to skate with Anton Sikharulidze. They were two-time junior world champions together.
Very strong with the lifts that they do. And look, he goes into a spread eagle. That's so hard to hold because his hips are turned out. Tremendous strength. A little bit hesitant on this throw double axel. However, she does what she needs to land it. I don't see the relationship between these two that I saw between Pelletier and Salé. Nor the emotion.
But sharper than they were in the short program.
Definitely. Uniqueness and wonderful exits that they have out of their lift. Always pushing the envelope for innovation. Be a little different than the next team or the team before you. Terry, they turned in a very strong performance. You have to reward them for the difficult lifts that we are seeing. Very acrobatic.
Is it enough?
I didn't see the relationship between them that I saw between Salé and Pelletier, so I say no.
They were in the top 3 after the short program, so if they win the free skate, they are the gold medalist here. Petrova and Tikhonov, the reigning world champions.
Nice and close on these side-by-side triple toe loops. Remember, I said it's difficult to do this, and they do it very well. And I really respect how they get into the positions like this one and then release. Look at his feet turned out in the spread eagle. That's so hard to do. That's going to weigh in heavily on the judges.
So Petrova and Tikhonov await their scores. Elena Berezhnaya on the ice warming up right now. Let's get a report from Andrea Joyce.
Terry, there's been a lot of running around backstage for the last hour. As it turns out, Elena Berezhnaya forgot her costume for tonight's performance, left it at the hotel. I just spoke to her coach, Tamara Moskvina, a few moments ago. She sent someone back to the hotel to retrieve the dress. It got here about 20 minutes ago. But as Tamara told me, if Elena didn't have the dress, she would have skated in a bikini. We'll find out if any of this affects their nerves in this performance.
All right, Andrea, that's been the only problem for Elena this week. Ever forget your costume?
Actually, no, I can say that I did not.
All right, now the marks. Technical merit, 5.5 up to 5.7.
Well, right here, 5.6, 5.5, 5.6, only up to 5.7.
5.6. So the presentation marks and Petrova and Tikhonov in the second place. All 7 judges put them in second behind Salé and Pelletier.
And our competitors represent Russia, Elena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze.
So the Canadians lead over the reigning world champions right now. Zagorska and Siudek of Poland in third, and it comes down to the leaders after the short program. Elena Berezhnaya, Anton, Sikharulidze. You heard about their problems last season already. This is a brand new year. And this is a brand new program and a major departure from their trademark lyrical classical style, Peter.
He is interpreting Charlie Chaplin, and that will be the theme throughout. Getting a little bit crooked in the air, but determined to land it. He did. Split double twist. Typically, a pair of this class would do a triple instead of a double. Oh, wow, that was a huge fall.
Remember the mistake by Salé and Pelletier, the current leaders. We'll see how they compare in the eyes of the judges. Long way to go still, though, for the two-time world champs.
That's wonderfully character-driven.
And much different than we're used to from Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze. Does it work, you think?
That's nice to see diversity like that. Don't forget how hard she just fell, too. Now remember, the big fall she had, she's got to get her confidence back on this throw triple loop and not have another repeat of a fall. Stumbling there a little bit, the foot going down.
numerous mistakes, but they still won. Did they just do enough to defend their title? Well, this was not clean either, Peter.
No, and right now they're looking at third place possibly with the mistakes.
Salé and Pelletier, the home crowd favorite, in the lead. There they are backstage, looking very relaxed. Yeah, I think they, at this point, think that they have the gold medal, but we will see. Berezhnaya, Sikharulidze of Russia, will have their marks when we come back to Skate Canada. Back at Skate Canada, Berezhnaya, Sikharulidze following their performance here in the pairs free skate. They're the current leaders. Salé and Pelletier of Canada relaxing backstage. In fact, they've looked very relaxed all week. We'll see what the judges think now. This was not a mistake-free performance for the two-time world title holders.
Here is the problem. She gets up into the air, doesn't really get the height she's used to, and doesn't complete the rotation. The feet are what generate the rotation. They look fine. However, you can see that that blade hits in the wrong position and bang, right down on that hip. Ouch. But she did come back, but still you can see she's a little unsteady on her landing, not on the throws tonight.
5.5, 5.6.
Here we go for technical merit. 5.5 to 5.7, Peter.
Well, again, the mistakes just marred the performance. The image was lost with the mistake.
All right, now the presentation marks, Peter. 5.7 to 5.9. It's not enough. A 4-3 split decision, if you will, by the judges.
But in spite of that, think about it. The three judges that had them first were from Japan, Russia, and China, in spite of those mistakes. That is really something.
But for the judges, place Salé and Pelletier at the top. There's a look at not only the Canadian champions, but now the Skate Canada champions as well.
Hey, congratulations.
Nice one.
So Salé and Pelletier with the win over Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze. Petrova and Tikhonov end up third. The champions of Poland, Zagorska and Siudek, end up in the fourth spot. And the Americans, Handy and Hunt, in 8th place. Right now, let's join Andrea Joyce.
Congratulations. Great start to the season. Very impressive. A win at Skate America and now a win here. Is this beyond your expectations?
Definitely. I don't think we ever imagined to win 2 Grand Prix in a row, especially back-to-back weeks. We're really, really excited, and definitely a step up from last week from Skate America. We're really pleased.
David, what's working for you guys this season?
Well, we're more mature, I think. We got lots of experience last year. We learned that it's a very long season, and so far so good. But we're going on to the next thing right now, and we have a few days we're going to rest, and we're going to enjoy it.
And get back at it. Can you describe your emotions skating and winning this event here at home in front of this home crowd, getting a standing ovation?
Felt really good, actually. When I stepped on the ice for warm-up, I felt really, really good. And I love skating with big crowds. I don't know why I feed off of it. So when I was skating the program, it just felt very easy, and it just one thing happened after another with the one mistake. It was kind of silly, but that's okay. We're moving on to the next one.
So how do you keep the momentum going now?
I think our secret is to take it one at a time, and now we got our pass to go to Tokyo for the final, and that's what we wanted to accomplish here this weekend. And the next one, I think we're just going to enjoy being in Paris.
Well, you did it. Have a good time. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it over to Susie Wynn.
Great job in the short program. In the long program, a new program, how did you access your program?
You know, it's interesting for me to skate in this program. I think it's for us because it's new program and it's completely different program for us, and I think it's completely different program for even pair skating, and not usually. And it's difficult because we want to put everything together, good elements, good motion, and now we're on the road.
You're definitely on the road. Now, you forgot your costume this evening. Did that put you off at all?
Oh. I have not met a little bit, but for a while I was like, okay, what should I do? But everything fine. Thanks for people who helped me. Yeah.
Very good. Good luck to both of you. We're glad to have you back.
When we return, ice dancing from Skate Canada.